Football Club. First of all, tutaenda straight to the Chelsea fan himself, Ivan Tunsuru.
First of all, nataka kuapologizea kwa mashabiki wote wa Chelsea. We've been criticized for the last 3 years because some have been telling me, including some of these panelists here, kwamba we have 45 players.
You have 30 players right now. Right now you have 30.
So the narrative has changed. It's no longer 45, it's now 30.
Na mnaweza ongeza wakue 33 by the end of January.
But I think Chelsea kikosi yao kiko imara, but we need a leader in defense. Defensive frailties is one of the biggest problem affecting hii kikosi changa ya Chelsea. Ukiangalia the defenders at coach Enzo Maresca's disposal, ukiangalia Bediashile, ukiangalia Tosin Adorobio, ukiangalia kale kijana kingine
Colwill.
Lewy Colwill, kuna Fofana, kuna Disasi. Kwanza Fofana toa kanda. Disasi
bado yuko.
Disasi is there. Chelsea wako na 5 center backs.
Risasi.
Na Lewy Colwill na Chilwell hachezi left back.
Chelsea have 5 center backs fighting for 2 positions, and most of them are average if you ask me. Save for Colwill and Fofana. They've proved kwamba they are up to the task. But you look at Disasi, I keep on wondering why he was signed. A rumor has it that kwamba kuna possibility huenda pia akauzwa either January ama in the summer. But for purposes of squad unity, I'll keep him. But Chelsea need one solid, experienced defender. That defender that will offer guidance to these young charges at the back. Because we lack leadership completely. Going into the midfield, I think the likes of Enzo Fernandez is now living up to the hype of the 100 and something million pounds we paid for his release clause at Benfica. Then Caicedo has proven a cheap purchase despite his price tag, because if you ask me, he's currently the best. Yes, he's currently the best defensive midfielder in EPL, unless you've got a different opinion.
Okay, sawa. Okay, we'll get to that.
Yeah, Rodri is injured, so okay.
Okay, sawa.
It's only good that mnazungumzia wale players wa club zingine si
wewe. Mimi I wanted to try and I
just because Rodri is injured.
Okay, sawa. Just because Rodri is injured.
Then attacking wise, Osimhen has been mentioned before, but it's not the right time to disrupt the form in which
Nicky Jackson, my guy,
only Nicholas
Jackson, future Ballon d'Or winner. I will never stop saying that.
Lakini ngozi tamuza. Jackson to me is one of the players I'm prove wrong. I was against Jackson being given that number 9 role when season ilianza, but so far so good. A return of 9 goals in 16 matches tells you kwamba there is some sort of improvement in as much as bado anauza zile obvious chances.
Ile upgrade for Satu.
Like mpaka ingine unajiuliza huyu jamaa what was he even thinking about. I think for Chelsea there is not a lot to talk about Chelsea in terms of the transfer window currently, unless maybe you're going to the summer, but I only need a single experienced defender hii msimu wa dirisha la uhamisho ya Januari, so that we can still keep pushing on to finish second position. We are not in the title contention.
You are in the title race. And
very good.
You are in the title race. Now, I actually think, Joel, before I come to you, I actually think, right? I've always been a strong fan of Lewy Colwill. I only think that he's still young and he'll learn over time, because he has a lot of good fundamentals. Pace, left foot, passing, ability to bring out of he has good fundamentals, but he needs to work a little bit on the reading side of his game, because like against Brentford the other day, the way he was just bypassed by Mbeumo was embarrassing and disgraceful. But me, if you ask me, in that defense, I actually think the biggest Achilles heel and the weakest link in that defense from number 1 to number 5 is the goalkeeper. In terms of Robert Sanchez is not the man to win you the league title if you guys want to win the league, and you are in the title. You know why? Because Robert Sanchez, yes, he's good on the ball, But there are question marks about his ability to command his area. There are question marks about Robert Sanchez's ability to organize his defense, because he's very quiet like the guy. I never see him organizing the defense. I don't see him injecting confidence into his defenders. I feel like he leaves them panicking a lot. And as a center back, sometimes you want an assured goalkeeper at the back. Once you have an assured goalkeeper who can come for crosses, someone who can organize you, someone who can someone who is capable of also doing his job in terms of making the last ditch saves. So sometimes I don't feel like he has that aura to inject confidence into his defenders.
Let me cut you short. Let me cut you short. If you look at the current goalkeepers in the Premier League, I think Onana is the best.
No, he's not.
No. In terms of save rate,
maybe yes. But in terms of things like coming for crosses, no.
Reason why Onana is not being rated, because United's defense is leaking goals.
But you see, wait. But you see, even before we come to, because Joel is there to speak, but you see, as a goalkeeper, and that's why I rate David Raya so highly, and I was so happy when he replaced Ramsdale, is even when you play football, sometimes you want that goalkeeper who can come for crosses very, very comfortably, and is someone who, yani, your work is in the, kazi yako inarahisishwa rahisi sana when you have a goalkeeper who is capable of doing that, and a goalkeeper who is capable of organizing you without injecting panic into you. I feel like there is a reason why Sanchez at some point last season under your previous coach was replaced by this backup goalie, this guy from Scandinavian. Yes. There is a reason why, because he's not really the answer. And if you can solve that issue and get someone who was as commanding and as assuring as Peter Cech, I guarantee you that you will be closing margins and maybe even win the
Peter Cech was commanding because John Terry was there, was being solid defensively.
I understand
that's why Petra Cech had that authority in that dressing room.
But you can't say you don't need a goalkeeper.
We don't. Honestly, if you ask me, we don't.
What do you think?
Oh,
I think you need a goalkeeper.
You guys, I could let you talk here the whole day. Now, I think, first of all, Chelsea best bit of transfer business in January is to offload players. I think that is very clear. They need to offload a number of players whom they don't need. Maresca has said he does not have 42 players, he has around 23. So where are the other 20-something? They need to be offloaded because he doesn't need them.
According to you.
I mean, they are somewhere at the club. They are not playing, but they are somewhere at the club.
They are out on loan.
Some of them need to be out. And that will free the wage bill and give them space. That's number one. Chelsea's problems, they can go on until the end of the season without solving them, and they'll still be okay, because as they say, they are not in the title race. So they can handle what they have until the end of the season, then they can fix the problems at the end and now get into the title race proper. And what they need to fix is what? Number one, goalkeeper. No team wins the league without a proper goalkeeper. Liverpool tried that with Carriers. It was disaster. The moment they brought Alisson into the team, they were winning Champions League, winning the league.
Is Ederson a good goalkeeper?
Ederson is, of course, a good goalkeeper.
Ederson is not.
No. He's being covered by a strong defense.
No. You can't simply simplify it to that. Yes, I know Ederson has his faults in terms of he may not be the best shot stopper, but if you look at other attributes about his game,
he fits the way Pep wants to play.
Exactly.
And that's why Pep, when he came in, he brought in Claudio Bravo.
Exactly.
Didn't suit what he wanted. Went back and brought Ederson,
and they won the league.
But it is the same.
I feel like Sanchez, is currently dropping him. Let me tell you, Sanchez is not the man to take you to the Premier League. Yeah. There is a reason Arsenal, even after being in that title race in 2022, and they still replaced Ramsdale. There is a reason why. I am telling you, Sanchez is not of the level to play for a big club like Chelsea. I am sorry.
Your player will win the league for you.
I am sorry.
And of course, they also need to fix the defense. I don't think they have centre-backs good enough to win the league. I don't feel they...
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever option they have, I don't
and even
think
if they have a
them,
lot of potential, maybe they may not be ready at this particular
None of them comes to the level of Van Dijk's, the Salibas, the Diaz. You know, none of them.
And that's why I'm telling you, Chelsea's priority is to get an experienced centre-back that can organize the defense, not a goalkeeper.
Yes, that is true. And also a goalkeeper. I trust you.
I mean, if the defense is good and the goalkeeper is giving you panic,
trust you me.
You still
no defender, even hata tukicheza hizi games za mtaa, hizi tu grassroots football. No defender wants to play in a team where the goalkeeper is not assured.
But remember, Chelsea has got 7 goalkeepers on the books. 7.
Get rid of
That's
them.
why
None
I'm
of them are good
saying
enough.
your
That's
best of business is to offload players.
Offload
For me, if you ask me, the best form of getting rid of Robert Sanchez, it is to uplift his a competitor. Yes.
If the competitor is still not good enough,
in terms of competition, look,
fit.
You don't bring goalkeepers as competitors, by the way, because as sometimes in terms of the goalkeepers union, you need a number 2 who is okay and comfortable with spare minutes, but will always support the number 1. Because when you have 2 alpha dogs, it becomes toxic in the dressing room, and that's why you remember even when Martinez rose to prominence at Arsenal, he had to leave, because even if I didn't agree with that decision, I thought Lennon should be the one who should have left. There is no way Martinez would have accepted playing second fiddle again when he wants to get into the Argentina national setup and win trophies.
And by the way, Evans,
that's why I'm telling you, sometimes you may have to make the hard decision, get rid of Sanchez.
There's no substitute for quality.
True.
If the other goalkeepers were good, they'll be playing ahead of Sanchez.
Yeah.
So if they are not playing, it means they are not good. So there is no quality.
No, I just think it is just the rigidity of the coach. Because the Sanchez that we are discussing here about is the same Sanchez that has gifted 3 clear goals and led to around 4 or 5 errors.
Exactly. You see how many he is actually part of the problem, because he's solving the problem, sometimes not solving him, but he's solving the same problem he is creating. And that's why you're not keeping clean sheets. You can't win a title without keeping clean sheets.
I don't blame him entirely. I blame him on the immaturity in our backline.
But you see, as a goalkeeper, sometimes you're like the second coach in the team, because you are the one who is literally seeing everyone that is ahead of you. So if your goalkeeper isn't an organizer, is he helping the team get to the level they want to get to?
You are claiming that he is an organizer.
Yes, he is. We have a good goalkeeper. It's the other issues about our game that have regressed.
Let him win the title.
But let me tell you the truth. Last season, in any way, David Raya was actually one of our best players in any way, if you ask me. David Raya was actually one of our best players at Arsenal. I'm not saying outside, I'm saying Arsenal. He actually was one of our best players, because you don't understand how much he improved Gabriel, because Gabriel used to be rash, but once he had someone who could inject confidence in him and organize him at the back and told him what to do, Gabriel, you so started settling down and stopped being clumsy. You get? But anyway, guys, we can talk about it all day. What do you think? Do you think Chelsea deserve a goalkeeper? Do they need to improve on their defense? Should they trim their squad? Tujulishe kwa comment section. Until tupatane next time, nimekuwa wako Kinyawai.
Joel Moto hapa.
Ambassador wa Chelsea mwenyewe.
Adios.